stopping the woke agenda in the classroom, in the churches, and even in my home. I don't need him to tell me I can't be woke or asleep while I'm at home.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
256 area code. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Joe in Decatur, Jacob. Morning,
Joe.
Adam.
Long time no hear from. It's good to
Good morning.
have you
Good
calling.
morning.
Well, I don't like calling and boring you to death on a regular basis, but I will call from time to time when I get a little riled up. I could comment on Miss Ivy, but what can I say? That's just plumb pitiful. I seen that a couple of days ago. I think I commented on Labor 411's Facebook page, and it almost mirrored exactly what you said, Jacob, about Miss Ivy. But that ain't what I wanted to call about, and this is still a little bit on the political side, and I don't want to get it very political, but this day and age, you can go anywhere you want to, and within 2 minutes, if you want to strike up a conversation about politics, there's somebody always wanting to weigh in on it. I wanted to comment on the special election that was recently held for an Alabama State Senate opening, where the former state senator resigned his job to go to work for the Business Council of Alabama, the most anti-labor group that I know of in the state. And thank goodness he's out of the state Senate, but it tells you where his priorities was while he was in the state Senate.
Exactly.
But I just wanted to congratulate Mr. Wes Kitchens for his tremendous victory over there. His district makes up Marshall County, part of Blount, and part of Madison County. The registered voters in that district is 104,790 registered voters. Now, bear in mind that there wasn't a Democrat or Democrats running in a primary. We can't even manage to muster up somebody to run in a primary election anymore. But if you break his numbers down, Mr. Kitchens won that election 52%, 3,700 votes. Second place was a Mr. Colvin, 38% with 2,700 votes. And Stacey George, who makes a career out of running for political offices from Morgan County, county commission, governor of the state of Alabama, he got 9% or 646 votes. Now, I think Stacey probably pulled a Lauren Boebert somewhere in the last couple of years and run over there to Marshall County where he might get elected at something over there. But the statement I really wanted to make, and bear in mind, I know the turnout would have been better if this was a general election, a Democrat versus a Republican. That brought voters out more on both sides. But if you got 104,000 plus registered voters, and only 6.7% turn out for an election, and you only win 52% or 3,700 votes, it's kind of sad that 3,700 voters out of that total actually put a state senator in to finish out a term, and probably will be in line to hold that office forevermore unless he does the business council bidding and they hire him too. That's the only comment I really wanted to make. Just how pathetic it is that few people can put a state senator in that's going to legislate and make laws and rules for the rest of us. I just wanted to comment really quick. He was the only one where I even seen any political ads on the local TV.
Same.
And I just want to thank him for cutting my taxes. He said he cut my taxes somewhere, and I hadn't really noticed that, but maybe I need to look a little harder. If he's talking about my $1 on 100 grocery tax, I think it got eat up on a gas tax that they implemented too. So I think I come out in the negative, but I don't drive near as much, so maybe I didn't. I might have got a nickel out of that. But I also wanted to commend him for fighting Joe Biden's woke agenda.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Important.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
Very, very important, but the real key to it was he's stopping the woke agenda in the classroom, in the churches, and even in my home. Now that come off of his political ad. I don't need him to tell me I can't be woke or asleep while I'm at home. Surely he's got better things to do than legislate that. Listen, I appreciate y'all taking my call, and I want to say one more thing. I was the self-proclaimed for many years the hardest working union man in the state of Alabama. I have to pass the torch to Jacob and Adam. I no longer am the self-proclaimed hardest working man in union business in Alabama. I'm passing the torch to Jacob and Adam, and I sure appreciate what y'all do.
Hey, I appreciate
and
it.
And I'll
brother.
get off.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I'm glad he mentioned the
West Kitchens.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
and you know the thing that folks outside of Alabama may not know, the controversy there that happened between Wes and the other people that were running for office was that even though Wes Kitchens was apparently very effectively fighting the woke agenda in the classroom, the teachers union endorsed him in Alabama, sent out mailers on his behalf, like independent expenditure by...
Oh, he got the A vote mailer.
He got the A vote mailer without a union bug. I don't know how common that is.
Well, of course,
there was
remember,
no union
AEA
bug.
is very clear that they're not a
Yeah.
union. They're a professional
Yeah.
organization. So despite the label.
So he got that. He got those mailers without a union label on them, and somehow it got back to conservative media, and there was like people like just having a fit about it on the radio. I can't believe we got a Republican that's going to win this election. It's got teachers union endorsement. This is insane.
Yeah, well, I mean, newsflash, Republicans, AEA gives more money to y'all than to the Democrats.
Yeah.
And their strategy is to endorse whoever is going to win.
The person that's going to win, yep.
They do pay to play. That's the strategy, pay
Yeah.
to play. They pay. And, to be determined how well it's working. But, so I'm glad Joe brought up that election, the super small turnout. What was it? 7%?
Yeah, he said, yeah.
That reminds me of the Limestone County school tax renewal where it was less than 3%, I believe. So there's just massive voter disengagement.
And that should really kind of, that it's a terrible state of affairs, but it should really be an inspiration to the labor movement, such that it exists in the area, that all you've got to do in a lot of these elections is turn out 4,000 people, that's not, when you think about it like that, all I have to do is turn out 4,000 people. I mean, that's not actually that tall of a task. Yeah,
I was going there exactly, that it is a sad state of affairs, but it's also an opportunity. It tells us that the vast majority of people are not really, consenting to this.
Yeah.
For one, you could argue their lack of vote is a consent, and I guess perhaps it is, but, the vast majority of people are not showing up to the polls to vote in these far right people. It's just not happening. is the vast majority of people are not voting at all because, well, what do they have to vote for? I mean, there's not a lot of candidates, to choose from. And so, there again, the Alabama Democratic Party continues to be incapable of being a functional political party, to be a functional second party, a viable alternative, because they seem unable to recruit candidates. I mean, just starting there, right?
Yeah.
Quantity before we even get into quality.
Right.
Quantity. They're struggling to get names on the ballots, and then where they get names on the ballots, there's questions there. So it's just a real shame because at the end of the day, working people in the state of Alabama do not have political representation. There ain't nobody in any real big numbers who are in office representing working class people.
Right.
There's a few decent, elected officials throughout the state in various levels. I don't want to, dismiss that. There are people that I respect that are doing good work, but by and large, like the working class does not have political representation here. And I agree, it is a massive opportunity. And if labor were to get serious, over the next 4 years, 8 years, 12 years, what could we do?
Right.
A lot of potential.
A lot of potential. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.